Hi, thanks for joining me for today's tutorial. So this was not going to be my next tutorial. I've got a bit of a list of things that I wanted to video. However, when I put this photo on, I got a lot of interest in the look. So I'm going to get straight on with it. So this look, I used this palette here, which a lot of people message me to say that they've got this palette, but they're just unsure how to use it. So this is going to be a good way to figure it out a bit more and just see what you can do with it and have a little play around with the colours. So I'm going to show you what I did in order to create the look of the picture that I put online. But then using that basis, obviously you can do various different things with this palette. You've got quite a lot of shades in there. Nice mixture of mattes, some shimmers in there as well. I really love this dark one, like really sort of berry brown. Okay, so first of all, so I've done a bit of my base and I'm gonna put my eye primer on. So just take it on my ring finger and I'm gonna pop it all over the eye. So you're gonna use quite a lot of eyeshadow and build up a defined look. Then an eye primer is a good thing to use. So again, it just neutralises those colours down in order to get the true colour of the eyeshadows that you're then putting on top of it. So I'm just roughly patting that on. I'm kind of going up to the brow bone with that. Okay, that's on now. So I am going to take this second one in here. I'm going to pop that all over the mobile lid. Just using a flat Daniel Sandler brush this is. It's actually a concealer brush, but I really like just placing the eyeshadow onto the eye with this. And that's going to stick quite nicely onto that primer that I've already popped on. So again, going up to where we've put the primer on, almost to the brow bone. Complete the same on the other eye. I really like this one as well. It's called Scorched. That's nice just to have like a wash of colour on the eye. And obviously you can put your eyeliner on, a bit of mascara. It looks really pretty. Right, so now I'm going to go in with none of those brushes. Okay, I'm going to go in with a bit more of a fluffier brush. This is from the Daniel Sandler range as well, eyeshadow one. So now I'm going to go in with this one here. So it's next to the one that we've just used. Tapped off the excess. And I'm going to start on the outer corners. Put a light dusting of this colour on. And I'm going up to the brow bone. That's helpful while I'm doing my video. Neighbours. That'll be enough to set the dogs off. My touch word doesn't seem to this time. Right, so I'm going all the way in here with this colour. Then I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm just going to go over the edge of where that colour stops. And then you just kind of build this up as much as you think you want the colour to look on the eyes. You can stop there. I'm just going to go in and put a little bit more on. I'm not actually covering too much of this part here on my actual lid. I'm kind of leaving that as the beigey colour. So I'm going around it. Again, just placing the eyeshadow on. I'm not going past where that bottom lash line then goes up. If you do happen to have some eyeshadow come down here, you can always tidy that up with your sponge or with your concealer brush anyway, at the end when you finish the eyes. Okay, you move on to the other eye to match them up and then adjust from there. Okay, so then I'm going to start darkening it up. I'm going to use this one here in the palette, which is called He Devil. I'm going to take a fine crease brush from Real Techniques. So that's going to fit really nicely into this section of the eye here for blending. So then I'm going almost over to that triangle area of the corner of the eye with this colour. I've had this palette for quite a while now and I don't know, I've been against these colours on me for some reason. So I kind of made myself have a go with it and now I actually really like them. Really like them on other people, but it was just on me personally that I wasn't really a fan. It's funny actually because the ones that I always think I love, then you know, they get some likes or whatever, but it's always the ones that I think, it's all right, that seem to get a lot of love. I think that just comes down to how you critique yourself though. Okay, so I am going further in. See how this is darkening up that line there? Switch back to the brushes that you've used before. Just so you don't get a harsh dark line where that brow bone is. Okay, I'm going to switch and do the other eye. Okay, so now I've got that base all set up. I'm going to go in with this dark colour that I love, just at the end. This is called Ashes in the palette. I'm going to take one of these finer, much smaller brushes. This is really sort of dark, intense colour, so I'm going to be careful just to tap off as much excess as possible. And then what I'm going to do is almost print this along the lash line. I'm only going to go halfway across at the most. And again, take a brush that you've used before, just to blend away so you don't get any harsh lines. I'm going to go right up to the crease. Place A little bit in there, and then buff that in. I'm also going to pop this colour underneath the eye. So I'm almost printing just along the bottom lash line. Blend it away. An upwards motion from the bottom lash line. You see how that's starting to take shape? Okay, you see how I'm building that up, but I'm still not putting anything really on this part here. Right, so I've just put a bit of this Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer on the back of my hand. Gone in with a real sort of fine, flat concealer brush. And I'm popping a little bit of the concealer. All over this area. Just looking up. Make sure it almost prints in the area that I want it to print. It's like it is a technique for cut crease, but we're not really doing so much of a cut crease. It's just able to show up the eyeshadow that I want to put on. It's going to be much brighter. You see how that like neutralizes everything down, and then also you can see these colors around it, they appear much brighter. I'm just blending it away when I get here. So then I'm going to take this color here called Scorched, using my ring finger, and I'm placing that over the top of the concealer. You don't want it to be like a highlighter concealer that brightens, you want it to be like a proper concealer. Its aim is to neutralise and stay in place. And I'm just literally pressing that down onto the eyelid. Again, I'm only going sort of 3/4 of the way along and really sort of leaving that outer corner. And then what I'll do is just go back in with that darker colour. Ashes. And then just darken up that outer corner. Again, to as much intensity as you want. What I'm also going to do is get a bit of a flat-headed brush like this, and then grab some of that colour that I used with my ring finger, put some of it on that brush, and then just go underneath, almost on top of the dark eyeshadow that you've already put there, and run that all the way along. Now I'm just going to go and do the other eye. Right, eyeshadow on both eyes is done. I'm going to go in with my black waterproof liner. I'm going to do the waterline now. Again, if you don't want the intensity of the black waterline, then either leave it or put one of the flesh tone colours on the bottom lash waterline. And I'm going to tight line as well at the top. Right, so that's both eyes done. And I'm just sitting back and thinking I might go in with the darker shade and just put a little bit more nearer where the lashes are. Just to intensify it. Okay, next I'm going to curl my lashes and pop some mascara on. Alright, mascara is on. A little bit too much on them. If you find you put too much on the bottom lashes, just like run your finger around them. Just to get any little extra little bits of lumps of mascara that's clumped there. Just get rid of them. Okay, so now I put some lashes on the outer corners. And I have got, I actually put individual ones on, which you can use, but I've just bought these. They're the Eyelure and my Willis one. I've just taken them out of the box, which I absolutely love. So you get 2 sets in the pack. And I'm just going to use these outer corner ones here. Dead easy to put on. Okay, lashes are on. I'm just going to wait for them to dry and I'm going to pop a bit more mascara on. Can't stress to you how easy these lashes are. So if you really struggle with false lashes, then give these a go. Highly recommend them. I will do a tutorial with the different types of lashes that you can get and the different type of looks that they give. Just a video to do with lashes, I think. But for the time being, they are really lovely to give a go. Just elongate your eye, makes them appear like they go up, which is always really flattering. I'm just going to take a clean brush and just brush upwards in the outer corners. I'm going to use another small headed brush here and just go in with the colour Ounce in the palette. The lightest of them all, a little bit on this brush. And pop that on the inner corner of the eye. Bring it down slightly. It really just opens up the eyes even more. Okay, so for my base today, I use some Estee Lauder Double Wear, bit of my MAC Dark Golden for a little bit of shaping, and then my bronzer, which once I've done my eyes now, I will go back and then just add any more that I think needs to be added to complete the look. Got a little bit of blusher on today. I've got a new one from Illamasqua. This is in the colour Frisson. It's really pretty. Pink. It's like a, it's almost like a jelly mousse consistency, but it's really lovely. Put it on the back of my hand to see if you can see it. Really subtle. It looks really natural on as well. Really love the consistency of that. Okay, so that's the eyes done. I've done my brows, so all that's left to do is just highlighter. I'm going to use a medium fan brush. Just go over my highlighter. Just tapping it in there. Just going up the cheekbone. Top of the brow bone. If you need to go back in with any more concealer now, then that's a good time to do it. I don't really think I need a massive amount. I'm just going to put a couple of dots there. I have already concealed, but it's just in case you get a little bit of fall down, and once you've done your bronzer, you think you just might need that a little bit more. then now's the time to do it. Or if you need to just clean up under your lashes too. Okay, then I use this MAC lip gloss in the colour Cultured. No lip liner, just a lip gloss today. So that is a pretty quick video, and there you have it, the finished look. Mind you, I said I was going to do a quick video the other day and it turned out still to be about half an hour. So apologies if this is not as quick as you would like it to be. Now you could just go back in. Like I say, if you want to increase the intensity, put a little bit more of the darker colour in. You can even add some eyeliner to this. I just went in with the darker colour shadow of the palette along the top line. So I hope that's helped all of you that have messaged me with your inquiries about how to use the palette and yeah, just how to get the look. This is it. So I look forward to seeing some of your recreations and I hope that's helped. See you in the next video. Bye.